Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing, and today delighted to get on the channel Connor Meanwell. It's fight week for him. He's fighting at Windsor Park in Belfast, live on DAZN, against a debutant, Kyle Smith. Um, yeah, it's fight number 13, I believe, this year for you.
Yeah. I think in total it's about number 33.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in total it is about 33, but for this year, I mean, is fight 13. So, I mean,
Yeah, I've been busy. I've been
being
busy.
busy is, one. And, yeah, I mean, you have fought in your last five fights, you fought three debutants in your last
Yeah.
five.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think my last couple of fights that was in Ireland. They were very entertaining fights and very close calls, and you could say, well, I think they were like fight the nights as well, which landed me this opportunity to come on, box on this show.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you mentioned it. I mean, when you thought it was John Boyd in Belfast
Yeah, six
and
rounder.
Cathal Jennings at the same arena. That was in Belfast in August.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like I say, they were really good fights, good to have, good guys to box against, and really entertaining as well. There was a lot of people talking about those fights, and I've like switched it up a little bit as well. I started to come a bit more into these fights and not do my usual journeyman type of style. I've come back like I've took it like I wanted it as well.
Yeah, of course, this year, I mean, I think it's a bit of a different Connor Meanwell to what we've seen, in the your last year. I thought this year, at the minute, I mean, you're doing well. You're making them competitive, close fights. I mean, you did pick up a draw as well in Birmingham, which should have gone your way, but
Yeah,
we know the score on the road.
yeah. I mean, look, I think like on my own personal levels, like the past couple of years, I had some things going on, which affects everything. It affects on your outside life, it affects your boxing and stuff like that. So when I tried to come and take these fights, my mind was just full of things, and I just wasn't like the guy that when I first initially turned pro, and then all that is sorted. And then this year, I tried to like really get into it and give these guys a good competitive fights. Because the one thing I want to take is like, look, regardless of what my record speaks, records are for DJs at the end of the day. And as long I leave that ring by showing a good account of myself and able to entertain the masses, and because that's my job at the end of the day, to entertain everyone and give them a good fight to watch, then I'm happy with that. But yeah, so the last couple months, I've switched it up a little bit and made it, more entertaining and more grueling, more dogfights. And like I proper like got involved instead of like, trying to walk the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you fought you fight some weeks, you fight some really strong fighters. Then the next week, you're boxing a more technical fighter. You box all sort of styles, all different sort of level. Some of them are area title level, some of them, are making their debut. Like your last couple. This guy you're boxing on Saturday as well. He's making his debut. So you're boxing people at different stages of their careers as well.
Yeah, and I mean that's the benefits of like the experience I gain as well. Because no disrespect to everyone I fought at the end of the day, like because everyone, it takes courage to get in there and compete and to put in the work they have done. So I got respect for all of them, but I can tell who's going to go far and who's not after the fight. And I have fought some really great guys. I mean, like Bobby Dalton. I fought
Mm.
Bobby Dalton in a really good 6 round fight, back and forth, and he's just won his English title against Ben Vaughan, and I boxed Ben Vaughan in the amateurs when I was back in the amateurs. So it just like the full circle on that, and to see guys where they go from, like Ben Crocker, boxed Ben Crocker as well, and
Yeah, I mean,
these guys are really
he's
good.
getting there as well, isn't he? He's got a big IBF international fight against Sean McComb, who, arguably beat Arnold Barboza, who Arnold Barboza beat Jack Catterall. So that is high level, isn't it, that Ben Crocker's fighting at the minute?
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I mean. Like I've fought these guys as well, and I gave these guys a bit of a test, uh, because I think my name has got out there, especially on the circuit. I'm being on the road. Like I'm not your normal average journeyman. I come to give it a go, and it's a good test for them, especially when they want to look for titles and stuff like that. So much respect to these guys who's taking their debut fight as well, because I had one a couple of weeks ago, and that was a grueling fight. That was back and forth, and it was a debut fight, and
What, in
yeah,
Birmingham?
yeah, the one in Birmingham. I think I think uh, I think it's really beneficial for me to compete with all these guys at these different levels as well, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm back in the amateurs, taking these fights and so on and so on, and gaining these experience. Yeah, so some of them that might not go my way, but at the end of the day, I'm still picking up the knowledge and experience on how to operate and get through those rounds, and even giving them, winning some of those rounds as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as a fighter that's on the road, one week you're up at London, Bethnal Green, then you're in Nottingham, Birmingham. You travel all around the country, Belfast, Cardiff. You travel up and down the country most weeks, and yeah, and it's good to see. Of course, I've been following you since I think it was, yeah, your debut. I think.
My debut, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
and to see, you've been boxing active, and now you're on such a big platform on a Matchroom card, which is still like a good show to box on. It's what stadium fight as well. I mean, even though some people say, oh, but he's an away fight, yeah, but you're still ticking the boxes that you want to tick.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I mean, when I started this out not being on the road and selling tickets and stuff like that. It's just because I've had personal things that happened in my personal life that switched my career like around. It's only been this year, once all those personal things are sorted, that I tried switching it about, because I had a bad start to the start of this year with a couple like
Mm.
suspensions and stoppages and stuff like that. And then, yeah, like I said, like now I'm in a really good state of mind. My headspace, I'm really good. I'm at peace, and I just feel really great. And to get an opportunity like this, it's like, I've said to my dad and everyone else, and Carl Greaves is obviously with me. David Avanisi is also with me in the corner. Um, to get a moment like this is another box ticked off, but it's also, all I need to do is show a good account of myself when I box on Saturday night, and as long as I do that, regardless how people perceives me, they walk away. I walk away with a bit of respect, and that's what I want. As long as people are entertained and say, that man's a fighter, that's what I want.
Yeah, 100%. And you always come to please the crowd. Carl Smith, do you know much about him? Of course, it's a debut, so sometimes you can't really find too much on a debutant.
Um, not a great deal. Obviously, we've done a bit of homework. He's won, a couple of national championships, but at junior level. But he's also boxed on the amateur scene, like internationally and stuff like that. So he's a smooth operator. He's taller than me. I think he's a southpaw. Um, so I'm expecting him, as always, those sort of guys to be really good, smooth operators. really sharp, fast in the first round, second round, and obviously my sort of style is I'm a come forward fighter. I tried to make it messy for you. I tried to get in close. I tried to try to maul you, put that pace on you, and hopefully in the later rounds that's when I start put it on, and that's on him, not me. The pressure's all on him. This is his hometown. I've flew here into his back garden. Um, I'm not a walkthrough. I'm not easy, so all the pressure is on him. I have no pressure. I'm a visitor. I'm coming here to do a job, and if he sleeps on it, I will take it. And because it's an opportunity for me, not just as much for him. And whatever happens after Saturday night, I wish him nothing but the best and all the respect. But that's all the pressure is on him, not me.
And how's I know I think you flew in today, but how's the whole experience, on a matchroom fight week? Does it get a bit of a that big like sort of a because sometimes you're boxing in the leisure centres, but now you're at a stadium. Does it give you a bit more of a bigger fight feel, or if you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I don't think it's hit me yet because I've just left this fancy restaurant with Carl Greaves, and Carl Greaves is across from me. I've got David Avanisi sat next to me. I've just had some chicken and some veg, and then next thing I just got, "You right, mate? How you doing, champ?" And it's Eddie Hearn and Frank Smith. And I was like, "Oh, right, mate, how you doing?" And then obviously I met Kugan Cassius early in the hotel room, and I met like some of the other boxers at the press conference today. Um, Seeing them, yeah, and like Sonny Edwards and whatnot, but it's not hit me yet. I've got my weigh-in tomorrow, my official weigh-in at 10 p.m. No, 10 a.m. Sorry,
Yeah,
and then I've got the ceremonial weigh-in like
it's
later on, like 6 o'clock tomorrow. So I think
yeah.
day before that's when it will like sink in, like yeah, I'm here now, like, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, even though, yeah, I mean, that's just what dreams are made of, really. Seeing
Yeah,
some of the
yeah. I'm
people
just
you
thinking how
see
it
on the
comes.
TV and stuff, as a fan of boxing, just seeing them, it's a bit of a, David as well, David Avanesian, who's going to be doing your corner. I mean, he's, former European champion. He boxed Boots.
World
Oh,
champion,
world
yeah.
champion, sorry, as well. He boxed Boots Ennis. I mean,
And Crawford's boxing.
Crawford as well. I mean, he's
Yeah,
been in, Josh Kelly. He's been in there with everyone, hasn't he?
yeah.
Really?
David obviously is obviously he's trained under Carl Greaves. Carl Greaves is my cousin, and but he's also my trainer and manager, and that's where the connection comes. And obviously David Azanisi is the main sparring partner for Paddy Donovan, who's obviously taking part in the main
Yeah,
event
yeah.
on
Against
Sunday night with Crocker.
Crocker.
So obviously that's why David is with us, and obviously it's going to be obviously in the corner with Carl Greaves. Carl Greaves is obviously the man in charge. He's the
Is
one
that
who's
the
going to look
first
after
time
me.
he's doing your corner? David, I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, David's a good guy, mate. He knows how to keep the conversation going. He's a funny dude. But yeah, it's all good. It's a surreal moment. I've not let it sink in yet. I'm enjoying it as it comes, but I think when I switch to fight mode, it'll probably be on the day of the fight. Um, Obviously tomorrow I've got the weigh-ins, so I'm probably a little bit chilled out just to make weight, and then I can start getting excited, anxious, nervous, pumped up, and all the feelings of what's coming into it.
Yeah, I will ask you about that Donovan Crocker fight. I mean, I didn't know that David was sparring Paddy because I was going to ask, is he keeping an eye on that fight of a potential fight of his that he's, a potential fight that he might want?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say too much, but obviously there's he's been the main the main or one of the main sparring partner for Paddy Donovan, because if you think about it, it's kind of similar with Lewis Crocker's style as well. You know what I mean? Um, in Paddy Donovan camp, obviously David was telling me today that he's been with Paddy Donovan for like three and a half weeks sparring him. So obviously they've got good use out of him and in preparation for Paddy Donovan and against Lewis Crocker for Saturday night.
Yeah. Who do you reckon wins that fight and how?
I watching the first fight, obviously Paddy Donovan, but obviously what happened at the end, it's which is why we're here again. I think Paddy Donovan is gonna win because he's a. But I reckon on points though. I don't think he'll stop him. But then again, Lewis Crocker, if he wakes up a bit compared to last time and stuff like that, I reckon Lewis Crocker can catch him or corner him or something like that, probably in the later rounds. But my money's on Paddy Donovan by
And
points.
points, yeah. I'm thinking possibly. I mean that ninth round that I'm saying. I mean we know what happened last time, but I'm saying this time it'll because he did put him down as well, quite
Yeah,
heavily. Um, but even beforehand, he had him hurt multiple times, so he could get force a stoppage later on. But also, I do expect Crocker to be better than he was last time and more in the fight.
yeah, of course, and this is what I mean. It's his second time round, so and it's he's the own fighter as well. Obviously, so I'm expecting. I'll be there after my fight. I'll get back and get changed in the shower. I'll be there front row, watching the fights and all that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. At the end of the day, that's my opinion on what the fight's going to go. But
Your
I,
second fight on the night, I think, so nice and early. I think first fight's
yeah, yeah, exactly. I
because I
get to
checked
come
the
on second.
YouTube stream and it had the running order and it said you were second on.
Yeah, yeah, second on. I just found that out today. So second on, I get to enjoy, do my fight, enjoy my moment, and then go back, get changed, get dressed, blah blah blah, take the photos and whatever, and come back and enjoy the rest of the night of the boxing. But as a fan, I get to enjoy it as a fan this time.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, before I let you go, I'll give you yeah, who do you want to shout out? Do you want to shout anyone out who's helping?
No, I just want to shout out all my family and friends who's obviously supported me. I know they'll obviously be tuning in this weekend. Shout out to the Knitting Club boys. Obviously, they get the reference with that one. Um, and then obviously my sponsorship, Ryan Greenwood, my dear friend, he runs Greenwood Garden and Fencing out of Lincolnshire and Nottinghamshire and stuff like that. Wild Earth Campers, Newtown Football Club, TT Officials, Fenton Autos, so on and so on. I'm probably forgetting some, but I do apologise. But yeah, that's all my sponsorship. And then everyone at home who's supporting me, thank you. And I say this often, unexpected things can be miracles. I say that to people I care about, and often, and this is my unexpected thing, which could lead to miracles. So, thank you.
Yeah. And from me, Connor, big thank you for your time and all the best on Saturday night.
No, I
Thank you.
appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.